Hello everyone. Now in this class we will be discussing about the methods in the object. Few of the methods like entries, keys, values, has on property and assign. Just like array has few of the methods, our object also has these methods. And not only these, we have lot more methods available on the objects like the prototype, prototype related, and few there are other lot more methods available on the object actually. But most important are these things. Most pretty much pretty commonly you will use these methods. And if you want to explore more also, we will cover those methods in the more advanced classes. But right now let's stick to the basic and most important methods in object. So let's say I have an object one over here, object one, and we have keys and values, and one of the key has a string, one has a number, one has an array, and one has another object in it. Okay, now how we can extract these values in real time is we have multiple methods. One of the method is, as you can see, this is object, this is predefined keyword object dot entries of whatever the object you want. Okay, whatever the object. Now this method entries will return array. Okay, this will return array with elements of arrays again, once again, and these element array will have first element as key, second element as its value. That means let's result will be having a arrays. Okay, and in this it will have arrays once again. How many arrays? That depends on number of keys it has. So it has right now 4. And in these arrays the first element will be the key in string format like name. Okay, and another element would be the corresponding value Lohith. So object.entries will return array of arrays, and each of those array will have first element as a key and second element as the its corresponding values. Let's see the result over here. Let's try to print the results actually. As you can see, it is an array. Don't mind this 50, this is coming at the end. This is an array, and each of the array element has once again the key and value pairs like this. This will help us in extracting those values very easily. If you have like too many keys and too many key pair values are available, key value pairs are available, then we can extract accordingly like in this order. Now the requirement is something like, hey, I don't want these key array combinations, I just want an array with only the keys. In such scenarios we can use this method. Like for example, let's comment this one. Let's comment this. Let result equal to this one. Now once again I'm going to use this one. So this result will have, oh, I want keys. This result will have an array of all the keys in the object. But remember, the only first order. This will not have the keys of this one. Okay, the inner values. It will have only the keys of the outer key values. Let's see here. As you can see, name, age, score, address. Pretty easy, right? Now once you have these arrays, like say, now I can simply iterate actually for let I equal to 0, I less than result dot length I plus plus console dot log obj1 of result of I. Now I can simply iterate with the result as an array, and I can get all the values. As you can see, I got all the values: Lohith, 30, array, and object like this. Now the thing is like, I don't even want this one. I don't want the keys. I just want values. In such scenarios, simply you can use this one, object dot value, let result equal to object dot values, Of course, we will have multiple entries, multiple keys, multiple values. That's why it's a plural. Object dot values of obj1, whichever the object values you want. It simply returns the first order values over here, like these: Lohith 30, this entire array, and this entire object. So now once again, if you want, you can simply iterate using this result as an array, and you can go deep into these values. Now at any certain point, you want to check whether the particular array has certain property or not. So in that scenarios, we use this statement like object dot whatever the object you want to use, like whichever the object in which you want to check, that dot has own property. As you can see, has, it's in a camel case, like in this method format, where it will be having each of the second word will be in capital case. So has own property, it's a method, brackets are open close, and whatever the key you want to verify whether it exists or not. And remember, once again, this only checks at the first level. It doesn't go deep inside. Okay, if you want to go, once again, check whether a particular key inside exists or not, you need to go object1.address. Like this, as of now, I'm checking whether it has any key with SSN or not. See, as you can see, it returns false. I'm going to comment this one, we don't need this one. So this one, it returns false because it does, object1 doesn't have SSN. Let's check in the object2. It is true because object2 has SSN. Now like I said earlier, if I want street, whether I need to verify street is available in address or not, in that scenario I go with object1 of address dot has one property of, let's say, street. That's how we go deep inside the address object, and then we check it instead of checking from the object1 level up. I can check zip code is available or not. Zip code is not available. So we have covered entries, keys, values, has one property, and the last method is assign. So assign is something like, let's say you have two objects as of now. I'm going to delete this one. Let's say you have two objects and you want a third object which has all those keys in it. Okay, you have two objects and you want a third object which has all those keys in it. So in that scenario, you give it as an object.assign, and in the bracket you can give as many as objects you want to combine together. Okay, that's even if you have object 4 and some other object over here. Let's say school, something like Madison High School. So simply now include this one, object 4. Okay, that's how we, now this object 3 will have an object with all the keys value pairs available in it. That means it will have all these values, and this value in it, but it will start from the object 1 in the same order. But any certain point, if the key has the second object has the same key, then the value will be with this one. Means what happens is that is, at first the age will be 30, but once this operation is completed, it moves to this appending this operation, this object, it will override this value, and once again it goes with object 4. Now let's print the object 3 over here. Okay, as you can see, object 3 has name, age, scores, and you see over here age is 45, address, SSN, and school. But one twist is there. This will have all the keys of all those objects, but only it will have keys belong to first object as reference. That means if I try to change object 4, it won't impact object 3. If I try to change object 2, it won't impact object 3, even though object 3 has the keys and these values. But if I try to change any of the key values in the object 1, it will be impacted. Let's see over here. And as of now, age is 45. As you can see, everything is over here. Now I'm going to change object1.name candy, object2.ssn, object2.age, object4.school equal to like Grand Rapids High School. I'm going to print the object3 again. You have the before and after. Let's see what happens. As you can see, this is the earlier object, and but now as you can see, even though I have changed object2.age 50, still it remains 45 because object3's age is referring to object1.age. Okay, but at the initial time the object3.age value will be override by this one, but still at the end the reference will be always to object1. That means even though if you change object2.age, it won't impact object3, but if you change object1.age, it will be impacted. I will show that you in a minute. As you can see, I have changed object1.name and it has impacted it, and I have changed even object.4 school, but it didn't impact it. Now let's change the object1.age equal to 35. As you can see, it has impacted. So basically all the list of the objects over here will be appended together and will be creating a new object, and that will be assigned to object3. But all the keys that are in object1 will be still a reference to will be reference to object1. All the keys in object3 which exist in object1 will be reference to object1. So any changes you make in the first object will be impacted, but rest of the objects will not be impacted. But what if I want to clone? I want to have an object3 with all these keys, but any of the changes I make in object1 or object2, object4 should not be impact object3. In that scenario, we will be cloning all these together into a new object. How to clone the objects and how to clone the arrays without even impacting the target or the ultimate result, that we will discuss in advanced classes. But right now understand the assign concepts. Okay, only it will refer by reference is object1, but by value is object2 and object4. Okay, thank you so much. Hope you understand everything. If you have any doubts, please don't hesitate to drop a comment, and please do subscribe and share and comment on this one. Thank you so much, and thank you to all of my subscribers till now. Hope you are enjoying this class. See you in the next class. Thank you so much.